Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have another sneak peek coming with the new troop, the Yeti. How is the new troop? What do you guys have to watch out for basically? How is the new troop working? We're talking about everything around that in this video. What do we talk about as well is how you guys can use the Yeti, what are the best armies to use him, what do you have to look out for, and well, should you upgrade him first maybe for the next update? If you like content like this, if you like my sneak peek videos, and if you want to support this channel, feel free to use my creator code. Whenever you're buying something in-game, you're supporting me. Thank you so much, guys. Let's get started with the stats of the Yeti. The Yeti is kind of like a combination of a tank, and at the same time, he's dealing quite decent damage. But what his main thing is his backpack, basically, because in his backpack he has Yeti mites. Yeti mites are like, I don't know, small, fluffy balls which only target defenses. They have quite decent HP as well, which means that they're surviving even multi-inferno towers, which means they're always hitting defenses. Over the time and during the time when the Yeti is taking damage, then he's losing Yeti mites and he's dropping them. This means those Yeti mites target defenses and deal a ton of damage, especially when you can rage them. Let's check out how much damage those Yeti mites actually do when they're raged. It's crazy. Which means this troop is basically really good if the Yeti mites can hit the defenses. If you can rage them as well, it's even better. So you need an attack strategy basically, which is using a lot of rages and a lot of Yetis. That's basically it. We will show you guys a couple of different strategies you can go for, and once again that's highlighted what happens if you're using the Yeti into a multi-inferno tower. The multi-inferno tower cannot handle all of the Yeti mites, and well, this is why it's super strong. The first thing which we will just try is spam Yeti, and I mean only Yeti, into a base, and that's it basically. So let's check it out. We're starting off with quite some Yetis, with a lot of rages, with the ram and 2 jump spells and the heal for the core. Obviously kinda early the warden ability to make sure that the Townhall is not giving our Yetis too big of a trouble. We have a couple of Yetis on the outside, which you can see as well, the outside buildings are dropping as well, which means the defense is in the first layer, especially because those Yeti mice which are getting dropped from the Yetis can jump over walls and deal a lot of damage. This means Yetis in itself is like the perfect troop because they are tanky, they have damage in their backpack, and those damaged troops, let's put it like this, can at the same time jump over walls, which is basically pretty strong. On this base, before you guys think that the Yeti is completely broken or whatever, on this base we do not have a CC, it is not the best base, and well, it's not the final sneak peek yet, so let's see what's to come. But the Yeti itself is really strong, it's a really nice troop, and you can use it in different ways. Obviously, the first obvious one is the spam thing, but there are a couple of more options on how you guys can use the Yeti. This one is going to be a 3-star because those Yeti mites can jump over the wall. My queen still has her ability, but let's check out the finish because the finish will be kind of close. So let's check it out. The Yeti mites are jumping over the wall. The queen is tanking out the expo, but you can see in the backpack of the Yeti all the time how much Yeti mites there are still left. The next one is going to be the Yeti Smash, which is basically a P.E.K.K.A. smash, but instead of using P.E.K.K.A. and Bowler, you're using Yeti. Once again, the Yeti is really nice as well for funneling, which you can see in the beginning at this rate as well, where I funneled really nicely for the queen, this one archer tower and the outside building, and it's normally way cheaper than using a P.E.K.K.A. So let's check it out. We have the jump spell to get into the town hall, and we have our Yeti ready. Roundabout, you're using 8 to 9 Yetis. In the Yeti Smash, you're using the king for funneling, and once again, except you're using Yeti instead of P.E.K.K.A. and bowlers, it's basically the same as P.E.K.K.A. Smash. It's, in my opinion, stronger because the Yeti is a nice combination and it's not as easy to counter with, for example, giant bombs or stuff like this. The only counter the Yeti actually have is spring traps, because one spring trap can get rid of one Yeti, which is pretty crucial, which means at entries you can pretty easily place spring traps against those Yetis, and that's the big difference between P.E.K.K.A. and Yeti. So let's check out how the finish line will be for this attack, because we still have quite some Yeti left and already the Slammer coming in from the top. It's once again basically the same as the P.E.K.K.A. smash. We're having one freeze and a haste spell for the back up of the Slammer filled with loons. But we want to take a look at the back end with our Yeti. All those Yeti mites are slowly making it to the Multi-Inferno Tower, which means Multi-Inferno Tower is going to be down soon. There was the Inferno Tower, so let's check out how the Yetis will go further. And you see as well, those Yeti do not really take any damage because the healers are still on them. This is a really nice thing about the Yeti smash, that the healers are so effective on those troops that it's crazy easy to keep them alive. Basically as P.E.K.K.A., but on this one, on the Yeti smash, you have more Yeti, which means even if one Yeti dies, you have still like 4 to 5 Yetis still left. Different in a P.E.K.K.A. smash, so that's a little bit more risky on that part. But now, let's take a different look at the Yeti, because you can use it more strategic as well. Use it for a small kill squad. Once again, we're going into the Townhall, but for the back end this time, we do not have a Slammer or anything like that. We're using Hawk Riders. Hawk Riders for the back end, Slammer, Ram, and the Yeti into the Townhall for the entry. So let's check it out. Once again, we have the King for the funnel and another Yeti for the funnel. That's a really nice usage of the Yeti as well. But let's get into the Townhall compartment. Jump spell to the Eagle. We want to get rid of as many scatter shots as possible, and we want to get rid of the Townhall and as many heroes as possible. So let's see, we're getting both heroes, we're getting one of the scatter shots down, we're getting the Eagle down and the Townhall. So far it's looking really good for us. And now let's start off with the Hawk Riders. The Hawk Riders are coming in. We still have 3 heal spells left, so that's still quite a decent amount of Hawks and heal spells alive. Let's check out the Queen. The only big issue in this strategy is basically the scatter shot. You guys will see in a second the scatter shots shooting at the Hawk Riders, and the Hawks are losing so much HP. Consider it, like, think about if my Queen would have not killed the enemy scatter shot, I think this would have been not a 3-star. So it's super important to take those scatter shots out early or get really good heal spells, otherwise your Hawk Riders will die in seconds. They're melting against this defense. It's really crazy. But for now, the defense did not really live up to it, and we were able to heal through the scatter shot, which means it's gonna be another triple for us. But you guys can use the Yeti in a different way as well. Once again, it's going to be a kill squad, but we're using a different backend. The Yeti are super strong in general. Like I said, they're the new troop, and you guys can unlock them at Townhall 12 already. If you thought like, oh, and again a new troop, and it looks really cool, but I'm not a max down 13 or overall down 13, you can unlock this troop at Townhall 12. So that's totally easy, and you can already use him at a lower Townhall level for whatever you want to use him. But let's check out this attack. Once again, it's going to be a kill squad, but this time we want to have the follow-up with Lalo. The difference basically is, well, there's not too much difference, to be completely honest. It's all about that you have way more freezes, which means if you have like those grouped up defenses where you can use really nice freezes, then the strategy is sometimes better, because you can really easily overwhelm certain areas of the base. For example, the combination of the air defense and the scatter shot, just freeze it, haste it, and it's gone, basically. So that's the difference between the Hawks and the Loons, but except that the kill squad Yeti is always a really nice option. So what did we have today? We had the spam Yeti, just straight up spam into the base. We had the Yeti smash with kill squad Yeti, with Hawk Riders, and with Lalo. And I think there are many more strategies out there which are possible. Let me know what you guys would do with the Yeti, if you could play with him, if you could combine him with different other things like other army compositions, stuff like this. Let me know what you guys feel about it. Do you think this new troop is too overpowered? Do you think it's a bit underwhelming, or do you think it's not really fitting to Clash of Clans maybe because it's a Yeti? Well, at the same time, Clash of Clans has golems or something like that as well, so I think Yeti should be fitting. I'm super hyped to use it. I think it's a really great troop. It's nice that you're having like a second option instead of using only and always P.E.K.K.A, so that's a great thing. And well, it looks like the Yeti mites are going to be crazy strong, so let's use it early so we can surprise everyone else. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you guys in the next one.